Namaskar, my name is Siddharth Sana and you are all welcome to Sid Art Studio. So today, in this video, I am going to teach you about the elements of art. I would like to repeat all the elements of art from the very beginning. Line, values, color, texture, shape, form, and space. The most important element of art is line. Without line, you can never imagine about any painting, about any sketch. You may draw a line using your pencil, using a pen, using colors, no matter what it is, but line is very essential. A line is the element on the basis of which we are able to distinguish between the shapes. We are able to distinguish between different objects. Like here in this painting, this is the line of the which you are able to see at the edge of the mountain. This is the line which is differentiating the sky and the ground. Okay. Similarly, this is a line. Okay. This is a zigzag line, you can say. It is not a distinguished or a defined or geometric form or shape. These are some haphazard lines. These are some random lines which you are able to see. And this line is distinguishing the mountain and the forest or the city region or the village. Okay. So lines can we cannot define. We are not here to define it. We are just here to understand it. How important a line is. Okay. So line is very essential. We need to understand this concept. Now there are two types of line. One is an emphasizing line. Another is a de-emphasizing line. Emphasizing lines are those which you can see at the edge. De-emphasizing lines are those which you do not see in the edge. Now you might be confused about it. You see, as I told you that this edge of the mountain is a line, this edge of the forest or trees is a line. But I hope you are not able to see a line here. Right? We don't see a line here. But I will show you one of my sketch. So this is a card. This is a comic which I have designed very recently, and the name of the comic is Chicken Stories. I have shared the link in the description. I have a Facebook page under Sid Comics. So if you are interested to read this comic, you can definitely click the link and see it. So here, basically, what I want to say you that as you are able to see that this man and this wall and this character. The object behind, you are all able to distinguish it very easily. Now on the basis of the lines which you are able to distinguish them, you are able to see some border, right? You are able to see some border. So these borders or border lines are emphasizing lines because you are able to see it directly. Which lines, the lines which are able to divide two different objects, and you are able to see the division directly. So any emphasizing lines in general are used in order to draw comics or in order to draw caricature, in order to draw cartoons, and many artists have also used in their paintings. That's an exception. But in general, when you're making any painting, we make sure that we don't see any emphasizing lines, because in that case that painting will not give that realistic feel. I know that this particular painting is also not real, but at least you can see after observing it, you get a sense of realism. Okay, it is only because of these edges. If I would have drawn this with a marker, then you would be able to definitely distinguish between the mountain and the sky, right? But the fact is that if I would have done so, the feel of realism would not have been there. Okay, it would be like a cartoon, it would be like a comic. So you need to just make sure of it. Yes, in line, you need to remember another most important thing. It is the axis line. Now, what does the axis line mean? You see, every object can be considered having a axis line. Like if I am an object, the line which is going through the center of my body, okay, that is an axis line. On the basis of the axis line, I am moving myself. Okay. Now, I'm just giving you the example. If everything is stable in front of you, like everything is straight, okay, like I am talking to you, I am straight. If I talk to you like this, then it means I am a bit disturbed. So my axis line is this, right? Say for example, if this is north, this is east, this is west, and this is south, okay? So if my body is a bit tilted, it means my axis line is towards the northeast. Okay, so any form of disturbance, like if you want to show a gentle wind, in that case you will have to keep a tree like this, and the leaves of the tree has to be a bit slanting to show the direction of the wind. But if you want to show storm, a very strong storm, then you will have to show this entire tree bending like this or like this. When you show that in a painting, in a work, it would be giving a feel of a storm. Originally, there is no storm, there is no wind. It is simply a piece of paper where you are expressing your feelings. So art is so interesting that whatever you feel, you can put that in a piece of paper or a canvas. So this is all about line. It's very interesting. It's very important. Line is very necessary element of art. Without line, you cannot determine anything. Yes, I forgot. I'm sorry, I skipped one more point. Imaginary line is another one. One is the axis line. Depending upon axis line, we can understand whether a body is or whether an object is disturbed or not. Now, if I show you an example with this bottle, if the bottle is straight, it means it is steady. If the bottle is a bit tilted, what does it mean? It would mean that it is falling. If I keep this bottle this way and I show that below this bottle there is a ground or something, you would feel like, okay, the bottle is falling down, or it has been fallen down already. It's lying down at the ground. So this is on the basis of the axis line. Okay, on the basis of the axis line, you would be able to understand where the object or how disturbed the object is. That I am going to show you in the upcoming videos. Okay, I will be doing some exercises with line itself, and you will be able to understand how it works, and how can using a line we can show that an object is disturbed or is steady. Another line is an imaginary line. Imaginary line is that, like for example, if you have seen my previous video, if you have not seen my previous video, then the link has been shared in the description itself. Please click the link and watch the video. You will definitely like it. And if you have already seen the video, you have seen that I have directly applied color on this paper. I have not drawn any moon or any mountain or buildings or the trees. I have not drawn. I have not drawn with pencil. Directly I have applied color here. Now how is it possible? It is possible because I have already imagined this scenario in the piece of paper. Okay, so the line which I have drawn here, it was already, I was able to see the line. You were not able to see the line because the line was not there in real. But I was able to see the line through my imagination. So the line which you are able to see in any painting, okay, or in a blank paper, or a painting or a blank paper, those lines are imaginary lines, and imaginary lines are very much important. Before you draw, you will have to develop that line in your mind, and it will happen through practice. Okay, so line is an exercise for all of us. We need to do it. Let us come into another element of art, which is values. Yes, see, value is a very important term. Sometimes we say that this person doesn't value me. I have a lot of value. I don't have any value. We say it sometimes, right? It's a very important point. I must say you, my dear friends, in fine arts also, value is very, very important. Now here, the value is a bit different. Okay? Before color, I am discussing about the values. Okay? Now, imagine anything in black and white. Black and white. You are able to see what? Black color, white color. And what is it in between the white and black color? It is the grey color. It is not only one grey color you are able to see there. You will be able to see a lot of greys. There will be a grey scale available. Okay? Now if you are able to see me, why I have chosen this line? You might be thinking. Many of you have commented that why you have chosen that line. Many of you have given suggestions that there should be an overall light so that my face is directly visible to the viewers. But I choose this light because I am an artist, and as an artist I love crest lighting. This is known as a crest lighting. Light falls in one side, it touches some areas of the face, and it is a different form of art. And when you draw something, when you draw any portrait, these are some of the lightings which you require to understand the values. Now if you are able to see my face or my the neck area, you are able to see that in this area there is a maximum light. As it goes from this to this, from my right side to left side, what happens? The values, this is the value, this is the value, it gets changed. Okay? Now if you imagine me in black and white, in that case what it means? That where is the maximum light I need to give? When the light falls on any object, which is the grey one, grey scale? I am not talking about a grey color or a grey hue. I am talking about a grey scale. It means the grey also has lighter and the darker values. So that is something which we need to understand. Here I have done it with color. Okay, I am just giving you the idea of value. When we see any object turning from lighter to darker or darker to lighter, whatever you say, the darkest part is the black, is the dark one. Okay, and the lightest part is the white, and the lighter part in an object. And in between, whatever changes we are able to see from light to dark, those are the grey scales. What does it mean? You take white, same amount of white and same amount of black, mix both of them, you will get the middle portion of the scale. Okay, white color, black color, take same quantity, mix it, you will get the grey color. Now in that grey color, if you apply a bit white, then that grey will be a bit lighter. Again you add white, it will get another light value of grey. In that way, when you add white into grey, it will gradually be lighter and lighter and lighter. Now one time will be there when after you add the white color, it will not remain grey, it will become white. It will lose its identity. Okay, the colors are itself an identity. When we see any color like red color has its own identity. Now if I add white, I pour white on red, go on adding white on red, a time will be there will be a time when the red will not be there itself. that particular color will be converted into white. I hope you are able to understand. So similarly, in a gray color, if I pour white, it will be a lighter gray. Another white, another lighter gray. In that way, it will be becoming lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. There will be a time when after we add white into that lightest gray, it will turn into white. It will lose its identity. So that is the idea. We need to understand this. Okay? Now, similarly, when we add black color into the gray color, slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly, it will become darker and darker and darker. And there will be a darkest gray, after which when we add the black color, it will turn into black. So the darkest gray and the lightest gray which you have, okay, these are the gray tint. The lightest gray is the gray tint, and the darkest gray is the shaded gray. Okay, so this is the value. In that way you will have to determine. It is always better when you draw any portrait. Basically, when you are drawing any portrait or human figure, you need to understand the grayscale of that particular portrait, where the grayscale lies. Once you are able to identify the grayscale, after you apply the grays or the values with proper values, if you add it, okay, if you make that particular portrait and then you apply color into it, then it will become very interesting. Now I am going to give you the lessons on portrait also, but today I am going to give the lesson on line and value. In the upcoming video I will be discussing about color. This is a part 1 video of elements of art, and you will have to stay tuned for the part 2 video as well. Here I would like to simply give you the basic idea about the line, as I have already given you, and about the values I would like to tell. See, here you are able to see that this is the blue color. As it comes down, if you forget this mounted, okay, then this particular blue, this is also a blue color, okay, this is a blue color, this is not a blue color, this is purple. I have added purple into blue. That is a different concept. I am going to discuss it with you in the next video. In this video you need to understand this is a blue, this is a blue color, this is also a blue color, but both the blues are different. It is a bit lighter, it is a bit darker. So in the same color, when you see something light and something dark, you need to understand the values are different. Now what is the value? In Hindi, value is known as a भाव. भाव कितने का दिया? हम बोलते हैं ना, आलू कितने का दिया या कांदा कितने का दिया. In the similar way, we need to understand कि blue कितने का दिया, ये blue कितने का दिया. It does not mean that I am asking about the price of it, but it does mean that when I talk about कितने का blue है, it means इसमें कितना white है, और ये वाला blue इससे थोड़ा dark है. इसमें इसका मतलब है इसमें थोड़ा सा ब्लैक एडेड है, यानी उस पर्टिकुलर ब्लू में क्या हुआ है, थोड़ा सा ब्लैक ऐड हुआ, ठीक है, एंड इट टर्न्स इनटू अ बिट डार्कर. अब हालांकि यहाँ पे नहीं किया मैंने यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया, यहाँ पे जो व्हाइट है इससे यहाँ पे इस ब्लू में व्हाइट थोड़ा ज्यादा है. इन दिस ब्लू व्हाइट I have used a bit white. Here I have used more white. So that is the reason it is more lighter than this blue. Okay. So this is the basic concept. I hope value और line के बारे में आपको पता चल गया होगा. Value का मतलब होता है यहाँ पे price का मैटर नहीं है. मैटर है कितना white उस पर्टिकुलर ग्रे में है या उस पर्टिकुलर ग्रे में कितना ब्लैक है. तो उस ग्रे का क्या वैल्यू है, ठीक है. उस किसी भी पेंटिंग को, किसी भी चीज को या किसी भी ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट पिक्चर को आप जब देखते हैं और उसमें आपको डिफरेंसेस जो नजर आते हैं वो हमें समझना है. ओके, एक काम करते हैं, वैल्यू को और अच्छे से समझने के लिए मैं आपको मेरा जो पहले वीडियो में मैंने स्टिपलिंग किया था उस वीडियो तक मैं आपको लेके जाता हूँ, आई मीन उस पेंटिंग तक, उस स्केच तक मैं आपको लेके जाता हूँ, देन इट विल बी आई थिंक ईजियर टू अंडरस्टैंड द वैल्यू, बिकॉज हियर आई हैव ओनली यूज्ड पेन विच इज ऑफ ब्लैक कलर. हाँ, ऑब्वियसली मैंने इसमें कोई ब्लैक या व्हाइट यूज नहीं किया है, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली पेन का, इन पेन वी डोंट गेट व्हाइट्स, वी मे गेट ब्लैक. तो यहाँ पे भी आप अगर देखेंगे, ये भी एक वैल्यूज, यहाँ पे भी वैल्यू का कॉन्सेप्ट मैंने ऐड किया है. आप देखिए, ये वाला जो पोर्शन है साईनाथ का, ये उनका कपड़ों का एरिया है जो टोटली व्हाइट है. ये वाला अगर आप देखेंगे अ बिट टिंटेड, यानी कि इसमें शेडेड है, इट्स अ शेडेड वन. इसमें मैंने क्या किया, इसमें मैंने जो ब्लैक पेन है उससे मैंने डॉट्स, बहुत सारे डॉट्स अप्लाई किया यहाँ पे, एंड आई हैव केप्ट इट लाइटर. इसके बाद मैंने क्या किया, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा मिडिल टोन मैंने अप्लाई किया यहाँ पे. ठीक है, मिडिल टोन का मतलब ही वो ग्रे जो मैंने बताया था आपको. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मैंने वो मिड टोन अप्लाई किया है. और ये जो एरिया आप देख रहे हैं, ये वाला एरिया, ये इससे ये थोड़ा डार्क है. जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं, ये एरिया बहुत ज्यादा डार्क है, इसका मतलब इस एरिया से ये और ज्यादा डार्क हो गया, ये बैकग्राउंड का जो आप देख रहे हैं. सो इन दैट वे द वैल्यू of this in this portrait, if you study the value, you will be able to understand that this is a lighter value, this is a bit darker, this is more darker, it is darkest. ठीक है, तो ये जो ग्रे स्केल है, इसी स्केल को हमें समझना है, इसी को वैल्यू कहते हैं कि कितना ग्रे हमने दिया है उसमें, और कितना वो उस ग्रे को हमने शेडेड बनाया, मतलब शेडेड ग्रे है या टिंटेड ग्रे है, वो हमें देखना है. तो इस वीडियो को मैं यहीं पे समाप्त करता हूँ, ताकि आप लोग इसको अच्छे से समझ पाए, देख पाए. ठीक है, ये वीडियो थोड़ा सा लंबा है, इसे डेफिनेटली देखिएगा. सेकंड पार्ट में मैं आपको कलर के बारे में डिस्कस करूंगा आपके साथ, और आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द टेक्सचर, शेप, फॉर्म एंड स्पेस. सो मजा आने वाला है दोस्तों. और लाइन जो मैंने बताया वो दोबारा एक बार मैं एक समराइज करना चाहता हूँ. Line is the combination of dots in a piece of paper, and it divides two different objects in the same picture. जैसे कि अगर यहाँ पे मैं आपको दिखाऊं, so here the line which you are able to see here, this is a line which is dividing the face and the eyes. This is the line which is dividing this cloth and the face. This is the line which is dividing the cloth from the from the skin. Okay, so line हम बनाते हैं उस बेसिस में. ओके, तो इसी चीज को हमें थोड़ा समझना है, जानना है. और वैल्यू के बारे में मैंने फिर से बताया, वैल्यू का मतलब ही भाव है, यानी कि कितना हम पर्टिकुलर ग्रे स्केल उसमें यूज कर रहे हैं, लाइटर ग्रे है या डार्कर ग्रे है, वही चीज हमें देखना है. सो फ्रेंड्स, जाने से पहले सिर्फ इतना कहूंगा कि मेरे इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए अपने दोस्तों के साथ, बेसिकली उन बच्चों के साथ जो आर्ट सीखना चाहते हैं. ठीक है, और कोई भी आर्ट या ड्राइंग सीखने से पहले हमें ये एलिमेंट्स ऑफ आर्ट के बारे में जानना चाहिए, समझना चाहिए, बिकॉज इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, क्योंकि ABCD अगर आप नहीं सीखेंगे किसी भी चीज का, और डायरेक्टली आप अगर PhD लेवल पे काम करना चाहेंगे तो पॉसिबल नहीं है. सो यू विल हैव टू लर्न द अल्फाबेट्स, देन यू विल हैव टू लर्न द वर्ड्स. After you learn the grammar, you will be able to write your own sentences. So similarly, फाइन आर्ट का भी है. आपको पहले एलिमेंट ऑफ प्रिंसिपल के बारे में थोड़ा जानना होगा, बेसिक्स आपको जानने होंगे. इसमें लाऊंगा जिसमें मैं किस तरह से मैं पेंटिंग करता हूँ, किस तरह से आपको कोई चीज करना है, वो सब कुछ आपको उसी वीडियोस के थ्रू पता चल जाएगा. आप अकॉर्डिंगली फॉलो कर सकते हैं, मुझे देख सकते हैं. ओके, सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वॉचिंग. प्लीज शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब एज वेल एज कॉमेंट. डेफिनेटली आप लोग कॉमेंट नहीं करते हैं, कमेंट कीजिएगा आपको मेरा वीडियो कैसा लगा, ताकि मैं अपने जो लेक्चर्स है उसमें कुछ सुधार ला सकूं. ठीक है, इसीलिए कहा गया था कि निंदक नेरा राखिए कुटी आंगन बंधाए, बिन पानी साबुन बिना निर्मल करे स्वभाव. तो मेरे स्वभाव और मेरे जो खामियां हैं, उन खामियों को ठीक करने के लिए आपका कमेंट अति आवश्यक है. हाँ, कमेंट कीजिएगा, क्रिटिक्स कीजिएगा, क्या गलत लगा आपको, या फिर अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आया वो भी बताइएगा, ताकि मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में आपको अच्छी तरह से प्रदर्शित कर सकूं I don't have any problem to explain you again about line and values. मुझे लगता है आपको पता चल गया होगा या आपको समझ में आ गया होगा what is a line and what is a value. If you don't understand, please share it, and in that case I will bring another video where I will show you, I will demonstrate and I will show you the difference between the line and values, the importance of line and values, etc. Okay? And remember, my friends, as I always say, that art is life and life is art.